Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So it's time for me to experiment with some champions I've never played before. Today it's Galio. Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Bringing you the Galio game today. I think this champion is extremely underrated. His damage numbers are pretty crazy and his early game is very strong as well. His level 3 combo can deal up to 60% of the enemy's HP. By the way, I do believe that AP Galio is like 5 times better than full tank Galio. At least for me, I feel like tank Galio is just not tanky enough. And of course he doesn't deal that damage of AP Galio. But if I get another chance to pick him against full AP composition, I will do it and test the new updated Abyssal Mask. But for now, let's just go into the game. So this game is pretty much perfect for Galio. If you're not too familiar with the champion, he's basically one of the best picks against magic damage, especially against magic assassins. And as you can see, they have Echo in the mid lane, Gragas in the jungle. This is like the perfect draft for Galio. And this game I started with my magic book instead of the health crystal, and I'll say it like that. If you do not know about your limits in the laning phase, if you don't feel confident enough on Galio, you're better off starting with the health crystal. It will give you easier time in the lane, because the enemies will have to dig through 150 more HP in order to kill you. But I went for Magic Book this game to fully harass my opponent. I know that Galio is a lot stronger that early on, and Echo does not deal enough damage. Now immediately a little tip about your passive: the explosion from your basic attack will center around the thing you hit, so if you hit the enemy minion like that, you can actually get the enemy mid laner from that far. And at level 1 your passive deals a lot of damage as well. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to aim my third ability for the flash combo, and that is a very important stuff, much more important than on any other champion. Like, it allows you to really catch the enemies off guard, and it's also surprisingly easy to execute. So yeah, I just need 5 more seconds until my first ability goes off cooldown, and then I flash onto Echo and kill him with my combo. Didn't have to do it this time. He went under my turret to proc his passive on me and get the kill, and no, I respect the attempt, but you really need to know your power spikes, because that early on Echo does not deal damage at all. You really need at least 2 items before you start dealing insane damage. Especially I would not go that far under the enemy turret without the safety net, aka your ultimate. But you will see that this Echo knows his mechanics, you're just a little bit unlucky with the power spike knowledge. Now that is a very important moment. As you can see, I failed my dash because I was greedy for that cannon minion. But now take a look at what I'm doing here. I'm leading the Echo towards my minion wave because I know that he already used everything he had on me, and he will have to chase me down with his basic attacks in order to finish me off. And basic attacks provoke the minion aggro. So as soon as I get back to safety, I used everything I have on the Echo, and he did not expect it, and he actually died because of that. Like, I want to express how important was the fact that I was not attacking the enemy Echo inside his minion wave, because the damage from the minions would be enough to finish me off before I could get back to safety. The lesson here is your minion wave is kind of like a mini turret in the middle of the lane, and you will win fights if you can use it properly. Now this time Echo is pretty low, and I did use the flash combo on him. Honestly got pretty lucky. When the Echo survived at 1 HP, I was kinda scared. Now again, this flash combo is not the hardest in the game, and it will get consistent if you understand how to use it. Honestly, let's stop here for a second. I'm gonna explain how it works real quick. So while aiming your flash after your third ability, you need to pay close attention to the end of this line. This right here is your area of impact. You basically need to line up the enemy with this circle right here, and that's where you're gonna knock him up. Now you might say that this is a free game and there is nothing interesting about it, but then I got called from somebody and... So yeah, now the enemy got the Rift Herald, and the enemy top lane actually rotated to the bot lane, got a double kill on me and Seth, and then pushed the bot lane turret. We still got the first turret, by the way, so that's good at least. Now here I take this fight against Nautilus. We cannot kill each other because he's tanky, but also he does not deal a lot of damage. They actually baited out his ultimate, and that is a very good thing, because that means he cannot ult any of my squishy teammates for about 1 minute or so. By the way, I took this fight only because I saw every single enemy on the minimap. I did not see Gragas, but he just respawned at the base, so I was not worried about that. Now the amount of enemy was just a little bit too much. I was desperately defending this mid lane turret. I was probably better off just retreating and giving it up. But yeah, sometimes mistakes are about to happen, you know. Now that is, I believe, my first ultimate in the game. It's kinda tricky to find a good ultimate on Galio. But yeah, I focus on the enemy Echo. I do not care about Nautilus, he's not my priority target. Unfortunately, the Echo killed Nami before I was able to get him. That is fine. Now this fight was insane. I waited a little bit for Lux to get closer to the set. It didn't happen, so I ulted immediately. And Lux is pretty far away, so we tried to burst down the Nautilus. But my first ability auto-aimed at Lux, and then I messed up my ignite. I aimed it at the Nautilus, and then the Ashe came. We are both low HP. I went into the bush, denying the enemy vision, not allowing Ashe to auto-attack me. But then we got her in the CC chain, she had to flash out, and just look at this set W, that was insane! Not much happened after that, we gave the enemies a few clean team fights. That flash combo was not necessary at all. And after the last team fight, we pushed their Nexus and got the W. So that's it, that's the game. I hope you liked it. Any suggestions on what champions would you guys like to see at the channel will be highly appreciated in the comments. Some of them might even be in the very next video. Until then, thank you all for watching, and bye!
Victory!